Peace, diehards. Welcome to another episode of the DiehardKnicks Podcast. It's your boy, Iwu the Any Star, host of the DiehardKnicks Podcast. We got Julius Randle and Obi Toppin, man. That's the big topic of conversation. They play the same position. I already had a podcast where I talked about them and, just how it would fit. But it's getting close to the point now where it doesn't fit, or does it? So we're here to talk about it, man. I got a very special guest here that we're going to bring into the podcast that I'm very happy to finally get, because we did maybe 47 podcasts together, man. So this is the first time us going face to face here on YouTube. So we got my man here, Slizzy, State of New York Knicks Podcast. What's good, my brother?
My God, what's good, brother? Looking at Obi Toppin highlights, man. Watching what he's saying today earlier about Randle. It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing to watch this team come together like this, bro.
Yo, man, before we get started, man, I got to show you this picture. Check out your screen.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of that?
Whoa.
That shit was fire, bro.
And you know why I love it even more? His pops used to play in EBC. His pops used to play in the Rucker Park. He used to play in Dykeman and all that. So when I seen his pop's face, I'm like, damn, I recognize this dude from somewhere. Now I know. So it's beautiful to see, man. Shout outs to Obi Toppin, man.
Yeah, I seen him on TV and all that stuff too, man. He was a good basketball player. He was on that Court King stuff. I think I might have had like a VHS tape or some CD or something back in the days, or when he was playing or whatever. So it's funny, man. We getting old, man, to see all these ball players, whatever, having kids and stuff.
Yes,
it's bugged out.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Especially growing up, I didn't have cable. In my grandmother's house I had cable, but in my mother's house I didn't. So whenever the N1 TV show used to come on, and it used to come on Channel 4, I don't remember what 4 used to be called, but I know it used to come on Channel 4. Homicide, Hot Sauce, The Professor. I didn't even know Escalade was Mark Jackson's brother. So, it's nice to see, man. I really appreciate that we didn't pass up on Obi Toppin, like Frederick Weiss and Ron Artest, man. I really appreciate that, man. Appreciate Leon Rose for that, man.
Yeah, man. So I mean, you see you on your job. You Dr. Slizzy today, man. So I'm gonna let you take the lead as you always do, man. You always got the fire for everybody, man. So what's on your mind today? Obviously, Julius Randle, Obi Toppin. How you want to start it off?
Damn, yo, cause I got a spot in my heart for Julius Randle, because I loved him back in 2013 when he was in Kentucky. Kentucky's all-time freshman rebound leader, and I love the kid. I love what he's doing for us now. The more I watch Julius, the more I think about Obi Toppin. I love Obi. He cried draft night. Fellow New Yorker. Remember, we drafted Frederick Weiss over Ron Artest. We didn't make that same mistake twice. But it's just people killing Obi, calling him a bust, saying he doesn't produce, saying Obi Toppin doesn't help us, and it kills me, man. And it kills me because Randle's having an all-star like season. So
yeah. 22, 10, and 6, man. So I mean, how do we just get rid of something like that?
I can't just trade Randle for cookies no more. Like it's not that easy anymore. So I'm having a battle within myself right now, trying to not hate Randle and love Randle, but I'm trying to love Obi, but Obi only getting 6 minutes a half. What the hell is 6 minutes a half? Come on.
I don't know, man. This has been like the debate with all the Knicks fans, man. So I just want to paint this picture with Julius Randle. The way that we're playing right now, I feel like we talked about it before. Julius Randle and RJ Barrett, they're kind of playing good together. Mitchell Robinson fits with that mix. We want the upgrade for Elfrid Payton, but I mean everything kind of works with the way Tom Thibodeau wants to do. But it's just the elephant in the room. Like how do we get better? Do we end up trading Obi Toppin to try to get somebody in that spot, to upgrade us, or do we just go full youth and trade Julius Randle for the high return and try to build around Obi and stuff, even though Obi hasn't really shown us anything so far yet, man.
So I'm put it like this: we get the best of both worlds, right? Because you got a guy like Randle who's playing at an all-star caliber level, and then you got a guy like Obi who's 22, and he should be playing up to par, but he can't really yet because he's still learning the game, which in my opinion he shouldn't because he's 22 effing years old, and I feel like he should be ready to go right now.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win for everybody. I mean, I can't complain. He's playing well. We're winning games. Who would I looked at a stat. I remember the first I seen it. We was 10-24 and we was 10-29 previous 2 years before we got the win 10 of the season.
Right.
I'm good, bro. Even though it irks at me, it eats at me a lot about this Obi Randle subject, I'm good. I want to see what the Knicks and Mavericks records are by the trade deadline, and then we can have a really serious conversation about that.
Well, it's coming, man. We got a little bit less than a month. No, excuse me, a little bit more than a month for the trade deadline to get here. But I was talking to one of my coworkers today. He was just saying like what's so good about Obi Toppin, because usually like if a player is good, you can see it right away. Say, yo, this guy could play. Let's say like for example, this guy Emmanuel Quickly. Right, Emmanuel Quickly. He, when you first look at him, he looks like a guy that could play. Stats aside and all that. Like just by looking at him and say, yo, man, this guy is a really good basketball player. You know what I'm saying? But Obi Toppin, when he comes in the game, he doesn't give you that look that like, oh, yo, he needs to be started. We need to do this and that with him. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just weird that whole dynamic. What do you think about that?
I mean, bro, I think we don't need to harp on it. Honestly, I think the more that we harp on it, I think the more that we overthink it, and we don't need to do that. Phil Jackson's not walking through that door. Steve Mills is not walking through that door. Jeff Hornacek not. Fizdale not. I think we should just leave it alone for now, and then we could come back to it like by the trade deadline. I think everything is based off of the records. Everything got to be based off the records. Like if you're close to the 10th seed, then I think you could keep the same lineup. You could keep what you're doing. You can build up. But if we're not the 10th seed, and on top of the fact Dallas is not in the playoffs, oh yeah, they got to find a way to play it. I don't, because at that moment now it's like we got to build for the future. At that moment,
right?
But everything depends on that Dallas pick. That Dallas pick, Scott Curry's the man, yo.
Yeah, the thing with that Dallas pick, man, I think that's just set in stone right there, man. That's already going to be the gift, no matter what we do. I think if we're going to trade anybody, we can't trade that Dallas pick.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna pop you off real quick and bring it back. Yeah, I think there might have been like a little connection problem there.
No, I was just making sure I put the voice echoing. I made sure I canceled that out.
Okay.
The Obi Randle subject though, I like it. I really like it. I think it's really a healthy situation that we've never had. I've never experienced something like this before. Maybe a little bit with Frank Ntilikina, but Jared Jack and Julius Randle, so it's not the same, but it gives me thoughts about Frank, because it's like now you pick another guy 8th, and now you're not playing him a lot of minutes the way I want him to be played. So,
well, I mean that's a good comparison. You bring up Jared Jack and this and the other, but Julius Randle and Jared Jack, they're like two different things. Like Jared Jack was at the end of his little career or whatever, but Julius Randle was entering the prime. So what do we do with that? Because Julius Randle is going to his prime. So I mean, I feel like it's like, even though we're playing good, we should be looking to try to help these guys get to the playoffs or whatever. So to start over again, to get rid of Julius Randle and to reset like another year with Obi Toppin, especially Obi Toppin, like just the way that he plays, like we're gonna have to change everything that we do on offense, because I don't think Obi Toppin is gonna give us the same kind of production that Julius is giving. Like as far as like usage, being able to be in the corner pinch post, whatever they got him in, he doesn't seem like he operates well in those areas. You know what I'm saying? So, we're gonna have to turn to like a pick and roll team. Everything is gonna have to change. So, that's like a slippery slope between those two.
Into account. You got to take this into account, right? We're a slow paced team when Alfred and Randle's on the court, right? I think we're last in the NBA in fast break points per game. I think RJ Barrett is first on our team in transition points. I have a huge issue with that because RJ is one of the slowest people on our team. Randle and Obi plays two completely completely different styles. Like Obi's athletic, Randle wants to bully ball. Obi, to activate Obi, you got to pick and pop, pick and roll. Randle, he could get his own shot. Obi's more point guard dependent. Randle really isn't. So it's a tough situation. And this is why part of me still would like to trade Randle because I want to see what he got. I don't want to, just for me personally, I'm a Frank Ntilikina fan. I know he's gone. Knicks screwed up his development. I know he's gone. I don't want this same thing that happened to Obi, what happened to Frank. I don't want these guys wasting his development, playing him 6 minutes a half, which is. I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you a question. What the hell is Obi developing at 22 years old, playing 6 minutes a half, my brother?
Man, that's the thing, that's the whole debate because like you mentioned, RJ Barrett doesn't play well in a fast pace. He's more like a slow kind of guy, and like he fits well with Julius Randle. But if we end up like say trading Julius Randle for assets and stuff like that, we're gonna have to definitely get a point guard that's gonna pass. Be really good in the pick and roll. I don't think Emmanuel Quickley is ready for that role. But even if we stick Emmanuel Quickley in that role, that kind of sets us back a few years because now we have all these guys with no experience, whatever. So like, when did we win? And Tom Thibodeau, when he first got here, that's the first thing he said that he's that he wants this to be progressive. Like we need to like really start to push the ball and try to win like not immediately, but like the next year or so. We gotta be on that pace. So if we do that, we just gotta make sure that we continue that pace because I could do it either way. If we stay with Randle, I kind of like how we're rolling here. I would love to get him some help. Get like another starter, or maybe like say like they're talking about this guy Oladipo. I wouldn't mind having Oladipo in the mix, but if we make that decision not to roll with Randle, we still got to do the same thing. We got to get Obi, into his spot. We got to get him players around him to help expedite this thing because next year is the year. No matter what, if we keep Julius or Obi or both, we have to be in the playoffs next year. We absolutely have to.
Yo, I am so with you on that, and I 1000% agree with you on that, and that's going to be RJ Barrett's third season. But the best case scenario I got for this next team, and hopefully, I'm like, I would love to keep Randle here if they could find a way to get Obi activated. But at the same time, let's be honest. Let's both be honest. Do we have that guy on this current roster right now? Like that guy that we believe in? I don't really think we got that guy. I think we got a couple of guys. I don't think we got that guy. And since we don't have that guy, I think I just want one more top 5 pick. Just one more. Just one. If Dallas want to tank for us, yes. But I'm watching teams like I'm watching the Celtics. RJ Barrett is not going to be able to run by himself against Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Randle is not guarding Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum. So I need another wing. So I would like for the Knicks to at least have a chance to grab a Kane, a Jonathan Kuminga, Scotty Barnes, Jalen Johnson, Jalen Green. Just one of those wings. That's all I want. And then next season, I'm telling you right now, I don't ever want to hear Tank again. I don't want to hear Tank for the next 20 years. I'm all for that. But I just want
Yeah.
one more guy. Just one more.
Yeah, the tank culture is done, man. But I think Dallas that's already a given. Dallas is already going to give us that pick. So we just gotta see how the ball bounces with that. But you was mentioning before we got on that Obi Toppin is still on this rookie deal. That's another thing too. But Julius Randle, on the other hand, for the production that he's given, he's only getting paid like 18, 19 million a year. And the Knicks own his rights for next year, so we can just take his contract for next year, and then we'll have him again on the cheap, so we don't have to worry about extending him until after next season, which is the season that we're expecting to get the help with the draft and this, that, and the other. So that's another sort of situation too that's kind of benefiting the Knicks a little bit.
No, the Knicks got a chance, and I said this before. I don't know if I said this to you, but let me throw my unintentional bias about Randle aside. I'm gonna throw it aside real quick. I remember when Golden State first signed Andre Iguodala, and that was the beginning of their so-called dynasty, or them, getting off that platform, and now they ready, they competing. I look at Randle sometimes, and I'm like, maybe he was the guy who started the rebuild. If you understand what I'm saying, like maybe he's the guy who, when he stepped in there, maybe that was the first step. Last year was last year. I think we could throw that away. It's tough, man. It's tough. But the more talent we got, we good to go. Imagine if we get a guy like Jalen Green. We still got Randle. We still.
Yeah, I hope he can get. I hope he can get that kid. Yeah, that kid Jalen Green. He looks like he might be one of the next great ones, man. Just judging off of highlight tapes and stuff like that, because the G League hasn't started yet, man. So that's if we can get a guy like that, we'll be good money.
I'm all in on Jalen Green. Also, I'm all in on Jalen Green and Kuminga. I've been hearing both of them had growth spurts. I'm hearing Jonathan Kuminga is 6'8" right now, strong. I love the fact I love Scotty Barnes. He's a Tibbs guy. But Scotty Barnes is shooting horrible from the three right now, but I don't give a damn. That's another guy whose motor is always on 1,000. Jalen Green, love him. Or Cade. Any one of them four. But Randle, RJ, who's playing very stellar, by the way, who's looking like, I always called RJ Barrett a young Brandon Roy. But Randle, RJ, Obi, quickly, Austin Rivers going to be in because he's on a 3-year deal. But, we got a nice little young core. We don't got to trade Knox yet. He's only in year 3. So
right.
we can bring Knox back. He's going into year 4. But sadly, my boy, Frank Ntilikina. Oh, my God.
I mean, the ship has sailed on that kid, man. But the thing is, like, if we make a trade and we still keep Frank's still gonna have a role on his team. He still has a spot to fill it if we start giving up guys. But let's transition into that, man. Some of these trades, you got our guy here, John Macri. He had like a hypothetical trade that he had on his little podcast. His little podcast is the Knicks Film School podcast. Put some respect on the name there. But I put the trade up here on Twitter, and he basically said Wiggins, James Wiseman, for Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, and he's like, who says no? So what's your thoughts on that?
Yo, I love the trade, yo. I love it, and this is probably the first time like I've actually looked at a trade, because my guy Wood from the thread, he always throw these crazy trades where I'd be like, bro, hell no, bro. Like, stop posting that garbage. Bro, I see that trade. I thought about it. I said, damn, that's a good trade. Because you got to think about it. Wiseman is on a rookie scale deal, right? So if he's on a rookie scale deal, you don't got to worry about paying him right now. We still got to worry about paying Mitch. Then you get Andrew Wiggins. As far as Andrew Wiggins is concerned, I think he's a top 10 rated defender this season, and he looks better. And that's Tibbs' guy, and Tibbs was very, very calm. Tibbs compliments Andrew Wiggins every time he gets a chance. You don't got to worry about paying Mitch Robinson. You don't got to worry about extending Julius Randle. You're giving Obi Toppin. You're giving Obi Toppin the way now. You're giving him the reins now at the power forward spot. You upgrade your front court scoring with James Wiseman. And I think it's a good trade. But I thought Mac didn't finish the trade. My thinking is, if we're giving up Mitch, I want that Minnesota top 3 protected pick. So I'm willing to give them the Knicks 2022 pick. I don't know if I'm going to have it top 3 protected or have it unprotected all together, because we just said this is the last year we want to be in the lottery. So I would give them that pick unprotected. But I think that's a fair trade. I think it's a fair trade. I think it's a good trade. And I'm surprised that he didn't like go deep dive into that trade. Maybe because Christian was like, hell no. But I like the trade. How you feel about it?
Well, that's the thing. When you make trades like this, you put yourself out there to get like stormed by like the Knicks Twitter and the Knicks fans and stuff like that. So I mean, like I get it. Like we're talking about both sides of the equation. Keeping Julius Randle or keeping Obi Toppin. So if you keep Julius Randle, I mean, if you say, all right, we're gonna keep Obi Toppin, making this trade, getting Andrew Wiggins, that adds that slasher, that could run the floor, to help RJ Barrett out, and like James Wiseman is just a more polished inside player, compared to Mitch Robinson. So that that all works, man. We just need to get that point guard. So I mean, like you hope that like we can really like hit the jackpot in the draft and maybe get a Suggs. If you get Suggs mixed in with that group, now all of a sudden you're looking at like a big time, upcoming basketball team, man. So I like the idea, but yeah.
Suggs, that boy is Baron Davis. That boy is nice. He is nice.
He's like Jason Kidd with a real jump shot,
Yeah.
He's a good passer. And if you got Obi Toppin,
who Cade remind you of?
Cade?
Yeah.
I mean, Cade kind of he looks a lot like what's the name? This dude from Philly. What's his name?
Oh, Ben Simmons?
Yeah, he looks like Ben Simmons with a jump shot.
Can I give you a name?
Okay.
Grant Hill, pre-injury.
I kind of figured he was gonna say Grant Hill, but I think the other kid I think he's from Duke. The other kid from Duke, he kind of reminds me of Grant Hill.
David Johnson?
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with these guys' names, but whoever that guy is, whatever he's like more like a pass first kind of small forward. I haven't really seen that in a while. So he kind of remind me of Grant Hill. But I see that though. I see Grant Hill and Cade, and well, somebody like him, how does he mix in with RJ Barrett, because he's kind of slow in itself. You know what I'm saying? So
you talking about Cade Cunningham?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm here to tell you right now, that will be one of the best backcourts in NBA history. No, because RJ Barrett also, this is why I love the thread. I love a lot of these guys that I've met, because they throw wild, random, crazy stats at me. I'll be like, oh, I didn't know that. So RJ Barrett has been playing small forward 50% of the time, and he's been playing shooting guard 45% of the time. So I need to know, is he my future small forward, or is he my future shooting guard? So when
that's the thing. Yeah.
When I know that, that's when I'll be like, okay, because Cade could play either the point guard or he could play the small forward spot. Yeah, but I'm running my offense through Cade. That from day one, you can run your offense through Cade. From day one, you can run your offense through Jalen Suggs. Either the Knicks get one of those two, they set for a decade. Trade all the picks you want. You set. You don't.
Well, Cade gives us a lot of problems too, man, because like you got to figure out what position he plays. Because you mentioned point guard and a small forward, but he can also play power forward. He can also play shooting guard. He can play. He's basically like LeBron James and Luka Doncic. They don't really have a position. You know what I'm saying? So that would change the whole dynamic of the team too. But that's a good problem to have, though. But that's I'm gonna pull this other trade that Macri was saying. Macri this is something new. He just popped it today. He's talking about Victor Oladipo. So he's according to sources. You know, our guy Macri, he got sources now. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying according to sources within the Knicks organization, he's saying that there's an offer on the table basically for Victor Oladipo. You're talking about Kevin Knox, Mitch Robinson, and along with the 2023 first round pick. What do you think about that?
Victor Oladipo, Kevin Knox, and Mitch Robinson, along with the Mavericks 2020. That is the worst fucking trade I ever seen. Excuse me for cursing.
Now you can curse all you want, man. I don't give up.
Yo, that was. I can't even believe that you showed me that garbage. That trade is stupid. That trade is ridiculous. And I love Mac. I respect his work. That is the most. That trade is fucking stupid. Why am I giving you the Dallas 2023 pick, knowing that Porzingis ain't gonna fucking last? We know he ain't gonna last.
Right.
So I'm giving you Kevin Knox, a 21-year-old, and Mitch Robinson, a 22-year-old, for Victor Oladipo, a guy who just got off of a football injury, and we're gonna have to pay Victor Oladipo. Get Macri can kick rocks with that trade, brother. I'm good. Look, if I give up, I don't think I've said this to you, and I've said this to anybody. If I give up multiple first-round picks for any player in today's NBA that fits my Knicks team, it's only 3 players I'm doing that for, bro. And we're talking a good trade. And I'm talking multiple first-round picks. I'm giving it up for Brandon Ingram. I would give it up for Donovan Mitchell, and I would give it up for Giannis Antetokounmpo. If it ain't those 3, I'm good. I'm good. That is a waste of assets. You're giving up Kevin Knox and Mitch for. Oh my God! Next trade, bro. Oh
well,
God.
well, I'm here to convince you now, man, because like I actually like this trade within the context of like if you're roster building, whatever. So like if like because right now nobody's really talking about that 23 pick. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about 2021 pick. That's the big one. So we still have that chip in our bank there. Julius Randle is not in this trade, and Obi Toppin is not in this trade. So our biggest pieces are not in this trade. Kevin Knox right now is not even on in the rotation right now, and Mitchell Robinson is somebody that we could replace with a similar talent. You know what I'm saying? So
can I stop you right there?
Sure.
When you say replace Mitchell Robinson, are you going to replace his switchability? Are you going to replace his rim protection? Are you going to replace that type of caliber defense? You're not. I bet you any amount of money that if we started Nerlens Noel for every game this year, we would not have a top 5 defense.
I know, but that's it. If you're looking at Nerlens Noel being the guy that's going to take over, if you get rid of Mitchell Robinson, you got to find somebody that's going to fill in that spot. So there's plenty of Cleveland by themselves, they got like 5 centers over there that can do what Mitchell Robinson's been doing. Right now, Mitchell Robinson, he's getting 28 minutes a game, only about just about 9 points a game, just about 8 rebounds a game, 1.6 blocks a game. So he's not really necessarily destroying the league with those stats or whatever, because he's definitely got to improve on that rebounding. He's not really rebounding the way that we need him to play. But I mean, I get it. Like he does fit the table as far as like covering space and stuff like that. He's really good at that. But I feel like we can get somebody similar. That's gonna get we can get somebody that can give us 8 rebounds a game. 8 points a game. 1.6 blocks. But back to this trade here. We're giving up 2 guys that are not really so crazy in our rotation, and like I said, that 2013 pick is that 2023 pick is a few years from now. So that's like you're banking that this team is going to be successful, but right now you're getting Oladipo to help you out now. But the thing with that is like I said, you still got Obi Toppin, and you still got Julius Randle, and you still got that our 2021 pick. So I mean, it's possible that after we make this Victor Oladipo trade, that we still might have trips to get somebody else.
What's so crazy? I like that we're talking about this right now because Now I'm thinking about it while you're talking to me.
Yeah.
And this my bro. We call each other after every Knicks game. This guy, since I met him, he's a diehard Knicks fan. You know what's one thing me and him always seem to agree on? It's Mitchell Robinson. And you know what our conversations be, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Every time we get on the phone and we talk about Mitch, the first question I be having for him, and he'll probably have for me, have you seen any growth from Mitchell Robinson yet? And I look and I think about it, like, no, bro, he's the same player. And when I mean by same player, okay, the lifestyle is cool. It's cute. I understand. But my G, this dribble handoff, you get the ball at the top of the key, you don't even look at the rim, you just dribble handoff, you don't bring nothing offensively. Nothing. Yeah. Then I tell you about them goddamn videos we used to watch, and we was watching about Dennis Smith Jr. Remember that? And we was watching, and we was talking, we was like, yo, Dennis Smith Jr., he's gonna have a great year, yeah, blah blah blah. That man going to So I'll put it like this. I want a better return for Mitch. If I'm giving up Mitch, I wouldn't give him up for Victor Oladipo. I would give him up for James Wiseman in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Heartbeat. Can I ask you something too?
Yeah.
Remember when the main topic was, would you trade Mitchell Robinson for the second pick so we could draft LaMelo Ball? How many people's in bro right now?
Yeah, man. Knicks fans are all over the place, man. We're a very emotional fan base, man. Yeah, but you know what I was saying with this, you know, Mitch Robinson, he is on the upward swing where he is getting better, but I think like his potential still might be like maybe a year or so down the road where he's gonna get like little stuff like little hook shots, runners in the lane, that type of thing. You know, but if like you know like I said, if that trade was to go through, he was to get Oladipo. Yeah, I think there's a potential to get another guy, man. So like just hear me out with this. Let's say if we decide to keep Julius Randle. Now we got Julius Randle, we got RJ Barrett. You know, we're gonna have to get a replacement at center, but you already got Obi Toppin. I don't know who else will be available, but let's say if he was to get like a starting caliber point guard, or say like a starting caliber, maybe even a starting caliber center or something like that. You know, now you all of a sudden you're looking at a team that's a playoff team ready to play right now.
You want to know funny? Yo, everything depends on where everything depends on our record, bro. I would trade Mitch Robinson for a wing piece, but it depends on our record. Like I'm not just over here trying to give up anybody for cookies. I'm not even willing to low key. If we give up Knox, I'm keeping Frank. If we give up Frank, I'm keeping Knox. Low key. Because I don't know what these dudes is going to do 2 years from now, 3 years from now. Austin Rivers. Love you, kid. I know your dad played here, kid. But stop this Alonzo Trier bullshit that you're doing. This ties into Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin never gets the ball. This ties into Julius Randle, too. I've seen times when Julius Randle runs down the court and he's running hard. He don't get the ball. Obi Toppin is running hard. He don't get the ball. Mitchell Robinson running hard. He don't get the ball. So there's a lot of things that I want to see change as far as put that point guard spot. Center is replaceable depending on how you feel about Mitchell Robinson. You know, there's only one player on this roster I have deemed untouchable and untradeable. That is RJ Barrett. And I'm firm. Yeah. I'm strong about that. I strongly feel about that.
Well, right now I got Austin Rivers stats up here. If you know guys can see it, I don't know if you can see it, but like if you run down the line, all the stats look the same: 7-2, 2, 7-2 2, 7-2 2, a couple 8-2 2s, 8-2 2s. He had 2 seasons where he was able to get 15, 12 points a game. But you know, just like you know, like when people tell you who they are, you should believe it. And his whole career is basically, you know, 9-2 2. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's who he is. So can't really get too up or down on this kid, Austin Rivers.
You know
That is who he is.
You know what it is? You know why I feel some type of way for Austin Rivers? Because Austin Rivers and Alfred Payton dead putting up Frank Ntilikina numbers. And they're dead getting minutes and Austin Rivers, Austin Rivers last 10 games. This is why I listen to everybody's work. That's why I love everybody in Knicks Nation, because everybody put in a lot of work. You put in a lot of work, bro. I appreciate y'all. I was listening to Todd Strickland earlier. Shout out to Smitty Pooh, because it be stuff that he be saying, and I'd be like, damn, like I'm glad I'm not the only person who be feeling like this, man. He was talking about Austin Rivers, and I felt the same way with him. Austin Rivers last 10 games, last 9-10 games, he's shooting about 37% from the field, 33% from three, not passing the ball. I can't blame Quickly. Quickly the rook. Quickly a young ball. We give young boys passes their first 2 seasons. You get a pass. I cannot judge you your first 2 seasons.
Right.
I need better from Austin Rivers. Even his defense is cool, but it ain't like I've seen Frank Ntilikina guard all 5 positions in one possession, one defensive possession. I need more from him. That's it. I'm not hating on vets, but I am hating on vets because I hate all the goddamn vets on this team anyway. So I ain't gonna sit here and lie. But I need more from him, man. I need more.
Yeah, you're right. This guy, Frank Ntilikina is basically putting up the same. These guys are putting up the same numbers as Frank Ntilikina. I had just did a show, about that, just yesterday, talking about it. Alfred Payton, Rivers, all these guys are putting up the same exact numbers as Frank, but and still Frank is the one sitting on the bench or whatever. But like with the name of this podcast, we talking about Julius and Obi. We got to figure out how we're gonna get to the next level, man. So, we got to be very careful not to repeat the sins of the past, because wasting I feel like we wasted a lot of time with Knox and this guy Frank Ntilikina. I feel like we wasted too much time, giving them that spot, hoping that they would get there, and then now people are still talking about, let's wait 2 more years for these guys. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, the NBA still evolves, man. We got Obi Toppin 2 more years. Obi Toppin gonna be like 24, 25. You know what I'm saying? So when do we start getting better?
That is the secret reason why I kind of didn't want to draft Obi Toppin. That because we all knew Randle was gonna play better this year. Like a blind man knew he was gonna be better this year, right? Leon Rose knew Randle was gonna be better this year. The issue was we didn't know Randle was gonna give us 22, 10, and 6. That's what we didn't know. But I kind of feel like Leon Rose was going to play the long game anyway. I feel like Leon Rose was going to wait it out a year and see how everything play out. Because it shouldn't be no rush to trade the best value contract in the NBA in Julius Randle. Right now, he has the best value contract for his production. He has the best value contract. The thing that the Knicks going to have to find out right now is basically, let's say if he makes the All-Star game, this guy Tyrese Halliburton and IQ is way better. But we gonna get to that in the future too. But
yeah, I put it up there because we drafted Obi, but that might have been the pick there. We probably should have drafted Halliburton. But continue your point, man.
If we didn't draft Obi, if we would have got Vassell, I would be 1,000% behind Randle. I'd be banging the table for Randle. Like, Randle, my God, I can't do it, yo. Can't do it. It's like that girl, you want to be with her, but you know she ain't good for you. I like Randle, but I can't do it. I can't. And I know he's playing so damn well, but I can't. As far as Emmanuel Quickly is concerned, RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, and Julius Randle is one of the highest rated three-man combo in the NBA. So I don't know, man, but it seems like Sam's Light quickly off the bench right now.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's something.
But it has to do with trust, you know. I don't think he trusts it quickly to be like that main ball handling distributor. But I mean, like you just said something too, man. You just said that like the our top three of Obi, you know, quickly and Randle are like highly rated around the league. This is not something that we making up. These guys are actually, you know, really good, man. So I mean, you know, throughout this whole conversation, you know, we traded Randle away for this, that, and the other. But I mean, the numbers say something different. It say that we should probably hold on to the guy a little bit.
Yeah, he's it. Yo, like I'm all over this with the Randle thing, but you gotta look at it from both sides of the bill. Like I feel like if I only look at it from my way, and I want to ship him out of here, man, let Obi play. I can't because I'm not being realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta know that Randle he's playing so well that sometimes, I ain't gonna say all the time, sometimes it pops up in my head. Sometimes I'll be like, trade Obi. Trade Obi, man.
Yeah, I mean, but we had a crossroads right now that either way, either decision we make is not a bad decision. Because if we trade Randle, we're gonna get it's not we're gonna trade him for nothing. We're gonna get like a lot of assets back for him. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be able to improve the roster in that way. But if we decide to get rid of Obi, we're not just gonna give him up for like a second round pick. He still has that potential, you know, to go play well on another team. So they're gonna give up some goods too. You know what I'm saying? So either way, whatever decision we make, we definitely gonna be, shot to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So
boom. If we traded Randle, what is your minimum requirements in that trade? Mine is basically, I want an unprotected first. I want one future first. I don't care if it's lottery protected or whatever. And I want one young player that I could grow with. But I want an unprotected 2021 first. Off rip. That's how we start that combo. I want two. That's how we. What about you?
I agree with that. You know, I feel like bare minimum we need like a first round draft pick from him. It has to be next year too. Like you said, it has to be either. Well, it definitely has to be next year. So minimum by minimum, we need that pick, whatever. But I mean, for me, I feel like we would need like another guy that we can use now. Definitely somebody that we can use now because we're looking to improve. We're not looking to continue to stash every year and just do it all over again with the draft again. We still want to do that, but we still want to continue moving forward too. So like, you know, I still would love to get a player that we can have in the rotation, or maybe just have the trade later maybe. But you know, that's the only thing really. We definitely need that first, and we definitely need somebody else that can help us along the line there, man. So you know,
yo, everything got to fit with the timeline. I don't want the Knicks to make a trade for another vet. You get what I'm saying? Like, go get me Alonzo Ball. Like, go get me a guy who's young, who could grow with the current core that I got now, but doesn't, like, I don't got to worry about him not playing outside of himself. Like, that's why I would like a guy like Alonzo Ball here. Like, somebody who's just a young player who's on that current team that they're on, not really producing at the level that I think they should, or people from their fan base think they should. So, a young player like that, like Lonzo, I wish Cam Reddish was on the trade block. You know, one of those dudes, Jarrett Culver. You know, there's a lot of young dudes out there that I would like, but Randle, price is going up for that brick, baby. I need two first, man. It's one trade that I like, but I don't think Denver going to do this. But I wouldn't mind if they view Randle as that good. But I wouldn't mind if Denver gives us Will Barton and R.J. Hampton and a first round pick of this year for Julius Randle, or if they give us we give them Randle and they give us Gary Harris and they pick this year. I wouldn't mind that either. But I want R.J. Hampton. Like, I want a young piece. Like, I don't want to just trade Randle and we're done. Like I don't want to do that. I want a young piece. I want to continue eating off of this Porzingis trade. I want to eat off that.
Yeah.
Scott Perry did right with that trade.
Well, I think a trade like that, I think Denver would do that because I think they definitely get the best player out the deal. Julius Randle is the best player out the deal. You know what I'm saying? So I think they would do that because they're a team that's trying to win now. You know, they have the Joker there, they got the other guy there too, so they're trying to win now. So I think they would do a trade like that, you know. But like, the Knicks are we're at the crossroads. We have to figure out if we're going to try to do the same thing. Are we building to win, or are we just going to continue to play this thing? So what like if it came down to it, right? What do you want like for the Knicks going forward? Do you want to like which way do you want them to go?
My best case scenario for this season, I would love for this to happen, but best case scenario is Randall makes the All-Star game, RJ makes a leap, not so much progression towards the end of the season, and we make the AC. And Dallas is like the 14th seed in the West.
Right.
So we make the playoffs, and we're getting the top 5 pick from Dallas. That's my ultimate like scenario. Like I'm jumping for joy because the kids learn how to win. They're in a winning situation, and we still get the draft pick that a lot of us we love our draft picks. Every year lottery is like that's like a seance like that. Every year lottery day, everybody like this. You make your food and your wings. It's like Super Bowl Sunday for Knicks fans. The lottery, but
yeah.
That's
So basically, like you're not really interested in trades. You just want to finish the season out and then just look forward towards the draft in the off season.
Yeah, man. I'm not really like I'm in no rush. If we don't even make the playoffs, okay, whoop-de-doo. We won more than 21 games. I know that. And then on top of that, Dallas still might not make the playoffs, so we can get 2 top 10 picks. So I'm good, man. I'm good, but I really would like to make the playoffs, man. I'm 30. I see the Knicks in the playoffs.
Well, I agree. I agree with you. That whole scenario. If we don't make a trade and we just stay pat, let everything play out the way that's been playing and just wait for the draft, I'll be good with that. You know what I'm saying? Just fighting because just alone our record what are we 10-13? The 10-13 is something that I didn't expect already. So I already got my championship. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm a greedy Knicks fan. You know what I'm saying? So that trade that Macri posted with the Oladipo, I totally would do that trade, man. So but that's not the only thing I would do. I would do that trade, and then I would be looking to trade Obi, either trade Obi or Julius Randle, either one. But maybe even take our first round draft pick, and putting a package together to get an even better player.
Stop right now.
Yeah.
You stop right now. You stop right now. I'm not allowed you to finish. No. You stop. You not trade our first round pick. Stop.
But yeah, if we trade the first round pick, man, we're definitely going to get somebody that's not marginal. We're going to get somebody that's like one of the big dogs. You know what I'm saying? So whoever that may be.
So who's the big dog?
Well, Oladipo's not it though. Oladipo just gonna be that. Just gonna be that guy. What like 4? If you want to say option, like a third or fourth option kind of thing. But I mean, if you're gonna add our first round pick and Obi Toppin, whatever, you're gonna be looking to get somebody that's like all-star caliber, in return.
Ooh.
So I'm greedy, bro. Who? I don't know, man. I sound like an owl and shit. But I'm just greedy, man. Whoever it is that's in the stars' imagination, if you're gonna go crazy and make trades, I want to go hard. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not afraid to get rid of these picks because we still got that Dallas pick. That's gonna be a lottery pick. As long as we don't trade that Dallas pick next year, then I'm good to trade our pick. This year. You know what I'm saying? As long as we get that player. But if we get Oladipo and somebody along his caliber to add to Julius Randle and RJ, then I'm like, yo, we're cooking, man. I'm talking about this win the championship this year.
I told you, but I told you I would give up 4 first-round picks for that boy Brandon Ingram. I will ship every pick out of here for Brandon Ingram right now. And then
imagine
Ingram
if he is
already played
available.
with Randle. If he's available, ship them picks out right now. Word. Because Ingram already played with Randle. They already got a rapport together. And I would love that fit. What? All the Knicks need, we need a bona fide small forward. Like I remember I already said the stat to you earlier about RJ playing 50% of the time at small forward. But I want RJ at the 2. Like I like RJ at the 2 because he could play his full game. Like he could bully ball all day. Now you get a guy like Brandon Ingram. Woo! Now you could cook some. Now you could cook some. Because I already told my man, I said, yo, Brandon Ingram is a championship #1 option, yo. He's a dude, I'm giving the ball. I tell him, yo, go get me a bucket. Word. I really, really enjoy Brandon Ingram's game. That's
Yeah, I agree too, man. But I mean, like I said, I'm thirsty to get another player like that. So I mean, like if this rumor is true with the Oladipo, I just don't want to end like that. I want to be like Boston. Boston already had Paul Pierce, and then they went and got Ray Allen, and they went and got KG. Man, that's all possible for us because we have a lot of chips to trade, man. So I'm greedy, man. If we all gonna make trades, I'll be down to do it crazy like that. But if we don't, everything that you said, the standing pat and all that stuff, I'll be good with that too, man. So it's always a win-win either way.
yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So I mean, I think we touched on everything, bro, man. So it's been fun, man. We usually do it on the audio thing, so this is the first time us doing video and stuff. So it's been pretty cool.
Yo, man, we got to do more of these, man. I like the videos. I could get more animated. Sometimes the podcast over the phone is cool, but yeah, I kind of like the video setting more, man, because I'm seeing numbers on the screen, and then I could shout them out at you in the Knick Nation as I usually do. Because I'm always hollering about some nonsense. So yeah, man, we definitely got to do this more, man. I want to win. I want to win so bad. I've only experienced the playoffs with this team about twice in my life, 3 times, and it's like it's time. It's time. I think this is probably the last season. I would even say to you, I want one more lottery pick because after this season, RJ Barrett's 3rd year into the NBA, I for sure want playoffs next season. Playoffs a bust for me next season. There's no way.
Yeah.
On fire Thibodeau. He got to give me playoffs next season. On fire his ass. I'm done with mediocre.
Yeah, he said basically the same thing. He's not here to babysit people like Fizdale. He's here to make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So
yes.
It's all or nothing. Definitely after this season, there's no more games. We definitely got to be on that trajectory to be like the next 5 years. The Knicks are there. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta make our run now.
Sorry.
Yes, Liz, man. So let everybody know where they can find you and all that.
Yo, man, bro. Everybody know where they can find me, man. I'm always on your pod, man. I'm on Apple Podcast, State of the New York Knicks Podcast, Spotify, everywhere, man. Twitter, you can find me at my old Twitter. Sadly, it was destroyed. I don't know how, but my new Twitter is State NYK Pod, and you can follow me on there. You can follow me on Instagram at State of the NYK. Yeah, man, I got a new podcast coming out. New podcast coming out Sunday, and I got a podcast that a lot of people is gonna like later on this month. I ain't gonna say who's coming on, but a lot of people gonna like that podcast. So I can't wait to do that one too. But yo, Eru, it's nice talking to you, man. It seems like we always talking about the Knicks every other day, man.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate you bring me on your show, man. Man, we definitely got to talk more, man, because I'm telling you, I keep telling you, this Obi Toppin Randle subject is only going to get louder. I'm just the loudest in the room.
It's not going anywhere, man. Yeah, it's definitely not going anywhere. So it's an ongoing drama with the Knicks, man, and that's a good drama to have. Usually it'd be some other next level shit. You know what I'm saying? Dolan's not involved and all that, so that's all good stuff to be happy about, man. But anyway, man, this is Eagle to Any Star, host of the DiehardKnicks Podcast. With my man, State of the York Knicks Podcast. We're gonna be doing this more often, man. So stay tuned, man. So see you guys on the next one. Peace, Liz.
Yeah, next time I promise I won't have my hospital stuff. I gotta have a man. But
yeah, no doubt.
You wear your goddamn mask too. Make sure you wear your mask. Love you guys, love Nick Nation. My guy, Eru. I'm gonna start calling you Uncle Eru from now on, man. I appreciate
Uncle Eru. Oh man, I don't want to be in that echelon, man. You know, we already got Uncle Freezy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. I'm not ready to be OG, man. I'll take the OG, but you know, I still feel young. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be, that elder statement yet. You know what I'm saying?
I got you, man. But I appreciate it, man. I'm out of here, man. Stay in the New York Knicks Podcast, man. My guy, DiehardKnicks Podcast, man. Salute to you guys, man. Every time, man. Peace.